Well, Jim, welcome back, or should I say welcome home. It's really great to see you, and great to start with a win as well. I guess a week is a long time in football as it is in politics, so what's the last few days been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a quite a difficult week actually, because obviously I got to hear the approach on Wednesday, but we had a massive game at Northwich, and I want to be totally respectful to Northwich and make sure that we've seen that week out. And obviously then over the weekend had a better chat with the people in power at the club, and so it's been a difficult week in terms of managing everything, but delighted to be aboard. I'm very proud as a manager to be here again, but I'm also really looking forward to the football and challenge ahead.
Less than 24 hours after having your appointment confirmed, here you are, overseeing your first match. Great start with a win, 2-0. Pretty convincing, yeah. And what were your initial thoughts on seeing the team?
I think, you know, we've got to give credit to Flinney and what he's done on Saturday, because I think anytime you get a change of manager, you get players perhaps taking a little bit more responsibility, speaking up and voicing what they feel might help the team, and I think Flinney's managed that really well. So what was really important was a positive result on Saturday, and Flinney's done great to get that draw. It's very, very difficult to judge the players on this game against this opposition on that pitch. It's a very difficult pitch, so it was a chance really just to get to know the players, get to know how they like things done on a match day. But yeah, it's great to have a win. 2 great goals, which belied the quality of the match in general, but it's important as well that the players get used to winning games.
And I think I'm right in saying the reserves have got a game tomorrow, so will you use that match as a chance to look at 1 or 2 other players?
Yeah, I think you know, I know that my position here is part-time, and I'm very focused on the first team. I mean, the 18-month contract suggests that my job is mainly about getting the first team right on the pitch, making progress, and looking to move progress to playoffs, to promotion. So there's a big challenge over the 18 months, and that's the main focus. But I am a more strategic thinker, and I do think long term. So the reserves are important, the development squad, as people are already aware, I'm involved with the academy and developing players. My dream has always been to help young players in Stockport realise their ambitions in football, but that's a long-term plan. The reserves are on tomorrow. I'm looking forward to being back at Edgeley Park and helping Alan Lord look at the players that are underneath that could come through. And like I said, you know, not too many of our players will be involved in that, but again, there's players there that perhaps may play a part in the future.
And you mentioned being part-time. Of course, that's one big difference from when you were last manager here. Will that affect the way in which you approach games? I mean, you're very well known, of course, remembered very fondly by county fans for your meticulous preparations. And will you still be taking that exact same approach as you did before?
I think you've got to. I guess when you look at the blueprint of building something, it does look an awesome project when you see it in its whole. But what you have to do as a manager is break it down to its small details and slowly but surely build something on good foundations and good structures. You know, when I was at Dundalk, I was part-time, but we used to argue what's part-time, what's full-time. When you're a football manager, it's very much all-time. So a lot of energy has already gone in this week. A lot of energy going every week to make sure that the thoughts are there, the planning's right, and like I said, the details are right for the players. I don't go over the top with the players now. I just slowly but surely help them improve. If they improve, the team improves.
4 days' time, the first really big challenge of your new tenancy. It's a long away trip to Gloucester City at a current league ground, of course, at Cheltenham. How are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, it's a very tough game. They've got fantastic form. You know, I think the lads have played really well on the road. It's important that I sort of I not only have to, like I said, find out my team's strengths and weaknesses, but also the opposition's, and make sure we have a good game plan going into it. Like I said, it's going to be a tough start. I am looking forward to games to come in the future, especially at Edgeley Park, but at the moment it's important that we get the league campaign off to a very positive start. The lads have got a great result at the weekend, and we want to build on that and look to get something else out of this game.
And just referring to Edgeley Park, you've got a little bit of a wait before you have a first team game at Edgeley Park. I think Hemsford are the next visitors there in a couple of weeks' time. But I'm sure that's going to be a very special atmosphere that day when you take your return there.
Yeah, I think, like you said, we had a fantastic occasion on my very first game when I come in, and we were 7 points adrift for the bottom of the league. So. And then if we Fleetwood away was a great night, fondly remembered by most. But I'm looking forward to being back at Edgeley Park and managing the team, and I'm looking forward to people seeing. The great thing about it being 2 weeks is that hopefully people will see a difference in the side, not in terms of personnel, but just in terms of application, energy, and the way they go about the business. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to that game. And but like I said, a lot of work to be done between now and then, and hopefully we can get some solid performances now in the next couple of league matches away from home.
Just one final question, Jim. You've obviously come into the job more than halfway through the season. What would you say would be a realistic aspiration for County for the remainder of this season now?
Yeah, I think we wanted to finish as high as possible. What I'd like to be by the end of the season is somewhere near the top of the form league. Now, I think what we have to do is manage to learn how to win games, make sure we get points, get the kind of promotion form going, and that will then give us confidence that when we start next season that we need to replicate that over the course of the year. But in terms of placing and points, I just, like I said, we've had one win in the last 14 or so, excluding tonight's game. So it's very much important for us to get back to getting 1.5, 2 points a game, regular basis, and that's the immediate target. And hopefully we can continue that kind of form over the next 10 or 12 games.
And that'll be music to many people's ears, many Hatters' ears. Many thanks, Jim, and good luck.
Thank you very much.